Welcome back to Coin Explorer, the channel where every coin tells a story and every small piece of metal opens the door to history. Today, we are about to travel back in time to uncover the meaning, the artistry, and the legacy of one of America's most iconic coins, the 2006 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson Nickel. At first glance, this coin may seem ordinary, something millions of people have used for small purchases, soda machines, snacks, or pocket change left in a drawer. But look closer, and you will see that it carries not just the face of a man, but the story of a nation. So sit back, relax, and let me take you on a journey. A journey that blends history, design, and symbolism into the life of this small yet powerful coin. On the obverse of the 2006 nickel, we see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and a man whose vision shaped the very foundations of America. Jefferson was not just a president. He was a philosopher, a visionary, and a believer in liberty and education. He dreamed of a nation built not only on power, but on knowledge, agriculture, and freedom of thought. When you hold this coin, you're not just holding money. You're holding a piece of Jefferson's dream, a reminder of the principles of democracy, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The 2006 nickel's design shows Jefferson facing forward, a bold and striking view, different from earlier side portraits. His gaze is intense, looking directly at us, almost as if he is asking, "Have we lived up to the ideals of freedom and justice?" Beneath his portrait, you can see the word liberty, inscribed in a script inspired by Jefferson's own handwriting. It feels personal, as though Jefferson himself signed his blessing on the coin, and below that, the year 2006 and the mint mark, indicating where the coin was struck. At the very top, the familiar national motto, "In God We Trust." 4 simple words, carrying deep meaning. This side of the coin is not just art, it is a mirror of values, leadership, and vision. Turn the coin over, and you find yourself staring at Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. Monticello was more than a house. It was Jefferson's masterpiece, designed by his own hands, a fusion of European influence and American practicality. Every brick of Monticello holds stories of invention, of Jefferson's love for architecture, for science, and for nature. And on the coin, its neoclassical dome rises proudly, representing knowledge, strength, and Jefferson's lifelong curiosity. At the top, the Latin phrase a pluribus unum shines, out of many one. This is not just a motto, it is the essence of America, a nation born from diversity, made stronger through unity. Below Monticello, the word Monticello is inscribed, followed by the denomination 5 cents. And finally, circling the edge, the proud words, United States of America. This reverse design, simple yet majestic, ties the coin not just to Jefferson, but to the land, the home, and the vision he built. The year 2006 marked a return to tradition. Between 2004 and 2005, the United States Mint released a series of special nickels known as the Westward Journey nickels, commemorating the Lewis and Clark expedition. Those coins showed new designs, breaking from the long tradition of Monticello. But in 2006, Monticello returned. Redesigned, sharper, more detailed, yet carrying the spirit of Jefferson's legacy. For many collectors, the 2006 nickel was like a reunion with an old friend, a bridge between the modern experimental designs of the early 2000s and the timeless heritage of America's coinage. Some may wonder, why pay attention to such a common coin? Millions were minted. You can still find them in circulation today. But that is the beauty of it. The 2006 Jefferson Nickel is a reminder that even the coins we handle every day, the ones that pass from hand to hand without a second thought, carry stories deeper than we imagine. Every scratch, every shine, every worn edge of a 2006 nickel tells a personal journey. Maybe it bought a child's first candy bar. Maybe it sat in a soldier's pocket overseas. Maybe it was dropped in a car seat, forgotten for years. These little coins are silent witnesses to our lives. And for collectors, the 2006 nickel marks an important moment in U.S. coin design, a return to Monticello after a temporary farewell. Let's pause and think about the symbolism. Jefferson's forward gaze, a call to the future, a challenge to keep striving. The handwritten word, liberty, personal, human, and deeply American. Monticello, the blending of home, intellect, and architecture. The mottos, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, the guiding lights of a nation. It's all there, carved into metal, passed down through countless hands. Coins are not just tools for trade. They are small monuments of memory. The nickel is one of the most familiar coins in U.S. history. Since 1866, nickels have been a constant in American life. The 2006 nickel continued this tradition. Durable, practical, and widely used, it kept the balance between artistry and utility. Think about it. How many nickels have passed through vending machines, bus fares, or pocket change jars? And yet, inside each one lies a story of a nation's values, leaders, and legacy. For coin collectors, the 2006 nickel is not rare, but it is meaningful. It comes in different varieties depending on the mint. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, proof versions. Proof nickels, struck with mirrored fields and sharp detail, are particularly admired. These are not for circulation, but for collectors who treasure the beauty of the design. Even though the 2006 nickel is common, its role in the history of American coinage makes it worth saving. For some, it's a memory of childhood. For others, it's the start of a coin collection. And for many, it is a connection to Jefferson's ideals. As we look at the 2006 nickel, we are reminded that Jefferson's story still speaks to us. He believed in freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and the pursuit of knowledge. He was not without flaws, and history remembers him in complex ways, but his contribution to America's foundation is undeniable. Monticello, on the reverse of the coin, is today a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visitors walk through its halls, imagining the man who once lived there, who wrote, studied, and dreamed. And through this coin, that legacy lives on, quietly carried in pockets around the world. The 2006 nickel is not about wealth. It is about meaning. Its worth is not measured only in cents, but in the story it carries, a story of leadership, vision, architecture, and ideals. Coins like these remind us that history does not only live in books or museums, it lives in our hands, in our change, in the simple coins that travel silently across time. So the next time you see a 2006 nickel, don't just spend it, hold it, look at it, and remember the story of Jefferson, of Monticello, of liberty, and of unity. And that, my friends, is the story of the 2006 United States Jefferson Nickel, a coin that may seem ordinary, but carries the extraordinary spirit of a nation. If you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to Coin Explorer, the place where every coin comes alive. Because here, we believe every coin has a voice, every coin has a history, and every coin has a story worth telling. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the world, one coin at a time.